Hello, good morning. In this session, we will be discussing some answers relative to the midterm examination questions na para guided mo asa mo na sayop, asa mo nagkulang, no? So, but in modeling, walay tama or sayop nga model. But there are considerations. Now, there are standards manggod on naming the process, on using the symbols, no? Dapat ninyo timanan. So the question is about first is about unsa ito na discussion lang siya. So about the case of West Star Marinas. So the West Star Marinas is a chain of 12 marinas that offers lakeside service to voters and all. So that includes service and repair of boats, motors, and marine equipment, and sales of boats, motors, and other marine accessories. The systems development project team at West Star Marinas has been hard at work on a project that eventually will link all the marinas facilities into one unified network systems. So man ilahang goal, no? So the project team has developed a logical process model of the current system, and this model has been carefully checked for syntax error. And then last week, the team invited a number of system users to role play the different data flow diagrams, and the diagrams were refined to the user's satisfaction. And currently, the project manager feels confident that the as is system has been adequately represented in the process model. However, the director of operations for West Star is the sponsor of this project. So nilingkod siya on the role playing of the process model and was very pleased by the thorough job of the team. Yeah. So he made it clear to you as a project manager that he was anxious to see your team begin work on the process model for the to be system. So he was a little skeptical that it was necessary for your team to spend any time modeling the current system in the first place, but admitted that the team really seemed to understand the business after going through the work. So the methodology that you are following specifies that the team should now turn its attention to developing the logical data model for the as-is systems. So when you stated this to the project sponsor, kinsa ang project sponsor si Director of Operations. So na-confuse siya o niya irritated. So giingnan dayon mo niya or ikaw as a project uh, leader nga you are going to spend even more time looking at the current system. I thought you were done with that. So why is this necessary? I want to see some progress on the way things will work in the future. So, yun. So, ang concept din is nganong kailangan pag daw nato i-model ang current system, right? And by the way, na ako yung mga nakita nga model ninyo sa inyong current system, ang inyong gibutang kay ang mga UI, ang user interface na sa system. So, okay lang po to siya nga model, pero mas maayo kung mapakita ninyo dito sa inyong project ang katong flow, no? Na data model, na process modeling. So, for questions, what is your response to the director's operation? So, na ay sample answer din he. So, the response to the director of operation would be to explain the process involved. So, sample answer ni siya ha, the entire system development process will be evaluated and reviewed. So, for the team to build the to-be model is not a challenge. However, there should be a congruency of the as-is process that must be understood first. So, maglisod mga og model sa to-be nato or sa plano nato kung wala ka kabalo sa current nga system. So, mo nang dapat nato sabton sa ang current nga system. No? So, ayun. So, yun po. So, second is, why do we perform data modeling? Ano mag-data modeling man ta? So, according to this author, Data model describes the data that flow through the business process in the organization. It is also good practice no nga butangan ninyo citation kung asa ninyo gikuha ang inyong mga answers. So later on gamit kay na siya sa inyong capstone or sa inyong thesis writing. It also describes the data structures and designs for database. The data model is a significant artifact for the complete system analysis and development process under data modeling. So again, data modeling is a process of creating data models for data to be stored in an information system. So it is the first step in designing the structure of the database. Yeah, so ipakita man gud nimo sa imong model kung asa gikan ang source sa data, asa mo padulong nga process ang data, and then after processing asa ma-store ang data. So mao na siya ang marag procedures atong data modeling. Okay? Is there any benefit to developing a data model of the current system? So, according to a sample answer, yes, there are a lot of benefit in developing a data model. So, unsa man iyang answer din he? Iya, say ka mo nalay basa. Next question is, so man iyang mga benefit day? Other benefits, accurate and complete information, data redundancy, and so on, integrity and consistency, so on and so forth. So, last na ba nga question, how does the process model help us develop the data model? Take note ha, lahi si process model to the data model. The process model na to is that pertains to the katong specific nga mga activity nga buhaton sa imong system. So, basically, kung sa modeling ka kato ng rounded square ang iyang symbol, right? While kaning data model, unsa man ni sa data model. So, mapakita lang nimo ang flow asa gikan ug asa padulong ang data. So when we say process model, it describes the flow. Basically, murag related lang gid sila, no? Of work activities that contributes to accomplishing a specific goal of the project team. The apparent purpose of this model, the process model, is to provide a conceptual scheme and analyze a series of activity necessary to manage software system development. Therefore, it will serve as the basis for planning, organizing, staffing, coordination, budgeting, and direction of software development activities. Process model help with the usage and persistence of data and presents an approach for acquiring an early data model. So, si West Marinas needs to have a clear notion of their internal processes to increase their efficiency and quality of their products and services, and this enables the increased benefit for their boater stakeholders as well. So, in the same manner, system development team of West Star Marinas has to give importance to the company's current process to provide the best proven process model. So the SE system has a crucial impact on establishment of the process model to ensure that no significant details are left behind during the implementation of the 2B system. So relevant nga mga raw facts are identified on modeling the process. And kana siya nga mga facts are the baseline for the team to develop the data model. Yeah, so I saw also nga naapay mga classmates ninyo nga wala pa ka-submit sa exams. So mag-assume ko nga dili ing ani ang ilahang content, right? Gipakita naman ako ni sa inyo ha. Okay, let's proceed to the next case wherein kailangan mo develop og model. So mo ni siya ang atong problem, no? So you need to combine two systems used by producers financial. So we have the loan application system. This is fairly new but has no documentation. We also have loan management system that is older, needs much revision, and the records are coded and kept independently of the system. So, naapay mga gamay nga detail diri. Si loan application system accepts application, processes them, and recommends loan for approval. Ang second nga loan management system takes loans that have been approved and follows them through their final disposition, like paid, sold, or defaulted. So, as you as a system analyst, you are tasked to produce a context diagram and a level 1 data flow diagram that show what an idealized combined system would look like. So, ipakita na ko ang sample answer sa inyong classmate, no? Ayan. So, this is the sample answer. Di na ko ipakita kang kinsa nga pangalan, pero I know kabalo mo kang kinsa na. So, this is a context diagram output sa inyong isa ka classmate. So, take note na sa context diagram, we only need to have one process. So, sa kaninga example na anak kay tatlo ka process, tatlo ka process symbol. So, pasabot na sayop na ka sa imuhang gibuhat diri nga diagram. So again, ang context diagram na alang tay isa ka process and ang katong mga galamay dito kung asa magikan o asa padulong ang imuhang data, dapat entities na ni siya dinhi. So this should be a square. So kung maing kag loan applicant, okay, tama man di ay ang gibuhat. Kaso lang ang symbol lahi lang, murag gihapon siya process. So this is an applicant entity and then financial board. Okay. So sa symbol lang nasayop siya na. Okay, so we have loan applicant. Yeah, ang symbol niya din hini pareho. Pag abot din naala nahi na. So this is entity. Naglibog ko kung rounded ba ni siya or square. Basta kung entity ta, dapat square lang ta. Okay, na siya create application, process application, recommend application, and so on and so forth. And then, alang siya um, isa ka data store. So, kung ang gipangalan nato sa atong data store is applicant master, meaning to say, ang iyang i-cater applicant lang nga mga details. So, dili niya ma-cater ang about sa loan, how about, no? So, kana lang ang tiban sa tag-iyaan ni nga output. So, another sample output nga ipakita nato is this. So, unsa tay questions dito sa atong underlying questions dito, di ba? Kailangan ninyo i-discuss unsa ang characteristics or features of each system. So, mao ni siya. So, basically, na kay duha ka systems dito, na kay loan application system and management system. So, mao ni siya ang mga basic characteristics niya based sa case. The first one has no documentation o bag-o gid siya. Si management system, daan na siya and needs a lot of revisions. Records are coded, records are kept independently of the other system. Another question din is, what are the potential processes of the combined system? So, combine lang po nato ang mga processes no sa duha na accepts loan application, process loan, recommends loan approval, takes loan that have been approved, follows approved loan through their financial disposition, and so on and so forth. This is a sample context diagram wherein maklaro nato nga naa siya isa ka system, and then there are three elements. We have loan officer, manager, and then the borrower. So the loan officer were unsa man ni anong duha man ni ka arrows. Okay? So dili pod recommended inganiha nga duha ang atong arrowhead. So si loan officer will process the loan application form, And then si borrower unsa gibuhat niya, gi-feed in niya ang iyang personal information and so on and so forth. So ana lang siya nga view ato makita sa context diagram. And then dito sa iyahang data flow diagram, dito niyo mapakita kung um asa mo padulong ni nga mga data, no? Kanina sa atong arrows. So kung makita niyo sa data flow diagram niya na siya gibuhat nga isa, duha, duha lang pod ka uh, tables, but then ang term niya is database. So pasabot sa isa ka system duha ka database, no? So dili siya recommended ha nga database ang term nga gamiton ninyo. Use table instead. Okay, asa nagsugod ang iyahang process. So sito itpod nga sayon sabton ang inyong process para sa ani naguna ang table. So pasabot ani naguna ang sa table ka una magbasa, no? So possibly diri ta mag-unang basa loan officer, loan application, i-process ang loan application, asa niya gi-store. Gi-store niya sa loan database or loan table. And then gihatag niya ang approval sa borrower. Ayan. So, kung si borrower ma-apply og loan, yun sa mga needed data, kailangan niya ang personal information. Kung si borrower, mag-borrow siya, so dinhita sa process nga borrow, and then kailangan siya makuha og pare sa ani nga process. Naa siya i-process pero walay data nga nisulod sa iya. Okay, mag-manage siya sa borrower. Anyway, borrower information lang man, mura lang kang nag-add o nag-register sa information sa borrower. So, pwede ra. Gi-store niya dito. Ayan. So, kung mag-apply na siya for loan, ayan, makuha na siya og data dito sa borrower database, wherein gi-fill in na nimo dito sa taas nga process. Okay, tama ra di ay. And after applying for loan, automatically proceed siya sa process nga approve loan. So, sa pag-approve sa loan, kailangan diha ang detalye ni manager kung i-approve ba niya or dili. No, kailangan po diha ang loan officer nga mao mo process sa imong loan. So, after ani is manage disposition and then generate report na dayon. Ayan. So, there are also napoy laing sample dinhi. Okay, by the way, this is a sample ERD kung buhatan ninyo siya. Ano to? Ayan. So, daghan kayo siya tables, guys. So, it would really take a lot of time para mabuhat ninyong tarong moto nga gitaas-taas na to inyong exam, no? Pero wa naman ta mo pangayo og ERD. So, another example, di lang maklaro, no? Naa siya'y pila 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 processes nga mag-start siya sa release loan proceeds, approve loan application, evaluate loan application, process loan payment, evaluate final disposition. As to the elements, na siya'y approving officer, customer, clerk, cashier for the payment, loan account manager for the approval. As to the data stores, na siya'y loan ledger, na siya'y table for customer, na siya'y table for loan, and loan ledger gihapon nga naman yung doble man ni siya. Okay, same ra di ay ilang gitawag nung nasa taas. Ayan, so I hope nga ani ang manggawas sa inyong final project, no, nga i-present na nato next week para makritik po nato. Okay, I guess that would be all. Kung na ako'y additional pa nga input, ako lang i-record and then i-upload po na ako. Thank you so much for listening.